Welcome to Villa Rica Pawn. We're doing another episode of how to break a Glock down or any firearm. The Glock's the most common firearm, so we're going to start there and show you. If you have any interest in handgun safety, you can come by anytime at our shop and we'll be glad to show you. This is going to be your regular Glock 23, which is going to be a 40 caliber, the most common Glock that they sell. So we'll start here. The main thing you want to do before you operate any gun or any firearm is you want to start with safety first. So we are going to what they call breach the chamber and make sure that this gun is not loaded before we work on it and disassemble it. So as I slide it back, we see that there's no bullets inside the chamber. We actually eject the magazine and our gun is safety. This is going to be your slide release, the button I just pressed down. That's going to reset the slide back to its original position. What we want to do before we disassemble a gun is show you how to use the gun. If this is your first time, maybe in a semi-automatic gun, you don't really know kind of what to do or kind of how to operate it. Maybe the seller of the gun didn't go through that with you. We want to kind of do that today and take that opportunity to share with you a little bit about it so you'll be more comfortable with it. Basically, when you get ready to load your magazine, which this is going to be a magazine, this is going to be the actual loading mechanism of your firearm. You take your bullet, and I had a gentleman ask me about this yesterday, so I want to cover this with you. This is a metal slide built into the actual slide of your mechanism right here of your magazine, and this actually catches the bullets as they go down. So what we want to do is press down on the spring right here in the front. You can see that, and we want to just slide the bullet back. See how it locks in? The next one we want to do, we just want to press down on the front of that bullet and slide it right over it, and it locks again. We do that over and over again, and that's how we load our magazine. I'm not going to load the whole magazine, but once you do load the magazine, you press it in the gun like so. You'll hear a click, that means it's set. And in order to activate the gun for use, you breach the barrel, which takes the bullet from the magazine into the chamber. Now on a Glock, they have three different safety actions. One's a trigger safety, firing pin safety, and a drop safety built into the gun. This is factory from Glock. Some guns are different. They will have a slide safety up here you can flip on and off, or a decocker right here for the double action trigger. Glock's going to be a striker fire system, so it's built into the gun and built into the trigger. What normally happens is anyone from a safety standpoint usually doesn't breach a Glock before. It's basically best to do that if it's not in use. That way, if this trigger does get depressed, nothing's going to happen. Bullets are still going to be in the magazine. Once you get ready to use your Glock or any other semi-automatic handgun, you will breach the chamber. The bullet goes inside the chamber. Now, what we call that is this gun is hot, which means you pull the trigger, the gun will fire. These are dummy rounds, so that's why I'm kind of demonstrating with these right now. But that's pretty much the firearm covered in general of how to operate. And say, for instance, you have a situation where you just breached your gun, as we did. The threat is imminent. It's in front of you, but it dissipates, and you want to disarm your gun. The way to disarm the gun, extract the magazine, like so, with this button on the side, which is your magazine release. And then what we want to do is we want to breach the gun. That's going to take the bullet out of the chamber, just like so. We breach it one more time, just to make sure nothing's in there, and our gun is now disarmed. From there, what we want to do is, if you want to disarm the magazine as well, you just slide these bullets out like we put them in, and they just come right out. Now our magazine is now disarmed. We put it back into the gun. I always like to do one more test. Breach the slide one more time. With the magazine in, the slide's going to stay back. You do have a magazine release button right here on the side. You just press down, the gun is reset. So again, we thank you for tuning in. We hope that we shared from a safety standpoint today how to operate your semi-automatic. If you have any other questions, please feel free to write us or call us, and we can go over anything with you. Thank you.